Hey there guys, and we're back with Danganronpa, and where we left off was someone murdered Sakura. This is gonna be interesting because I always kind of thought that because of her size and intimidation, she wouldn't go down easily, but it looks like she hardly put up a fight at all. It's kind of weird, like she just gave up after everything, after the whole Monokuma thing. So let's see how this happened, because I'm kind of curious. I mean, I really thought she was someone that would last till the end. I got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed? I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what that means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. Why only signal those three out, though?
What?
You're accusing us before we've begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it? Oh, damn. Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. Murder flyer?
Monokuma file!
That's right. It's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Holy crap, you're a little pervert, you know that? Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and then...
In other words...
And I killed her?
Hmm?
Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me.
Phew.
Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Wow, he sounds really relieved for some reason. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first.
Shing!
Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? Like I said before, as much as he's the bad guy in this story, I kind of like him just because he's such a little weirdo.
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive
I
you.
hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. Yeah, but she had her reasons. I mean, when she told... Makoto heard that the mastermind had a hostage, so I kind of wonder who it was. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura. And as much of a douche canoe as this guy is, he's got a point.
Anyway...
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. You know? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order? Wow.
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura. Well, I wonder why she's signaling the three of them out. It could have been anyone.
I won't forgive you.
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? Well, as stubborn as Hina is, we do still have to investigate this case. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. You are such a little pervert. And you, Hira? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided. You know, now is not exactly the time to be emotional. Yeah, Sakura died, and I'm sorry for that. I really liked her character. But you guys kinda need to figure out who the real killer is, or all of you are dead.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess it's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Actually, who would want to touch a faulty dead body?
Listen.
Kyoko did, many times, and look how far that's gotten us. That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. You have no choice but to just do it. Okay. I'd better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Egami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Okay.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. That's very true. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
In other words...
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting because that's gotta be weird. I mean, how would one pull off something like that? When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. Okay, since the door doesn't have a lock and it had to be barred, it's not in this case. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. Could that be possible here, though? I mean, the window was still intact until we broke it. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. Yeah, I was about to say, it was sealed tight when we got here. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. My eye is itching. Why? Oh, give me a sec. That weirdly random moment when your eye just starts itching for no reason. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. There is no one in here though. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. Interesting. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room?
In other words,
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. Okay. This is kind of confusing in very many ways. But I can see her point about why she's explaining this. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Yoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case? I think it's the third one.
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. I got an idea about some stuff. I could be wrong, and again, I'm sorry, I keep saying I've got theories, but I can't explain them in case they are, like, spoilers. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Okay. Let's examine Sakura. Sakura drew a last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. That's an odd sentence. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? Maybe ingesting something that wasn't good for her? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? No, usually vomiting blood would be an internal injury of some kind. Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. I see a wrapper down here. What's this? Is it a wrapper? Yeah, it is a wrapper. I thought it didn't look like any kind of handkerchief design we've seen so far. I mean, we only saw the one Hifumi had. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Oh, that's... You recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little bit. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. Wow. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Yeah, I can kind of see how that would happen. You know. Polka dot candy wrapper. Okay. There's stuff over there. Let's check it out. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Isn't that maybe where she vomited? And if there's blood there, isn't there anything else on here that we can look at? That same shelf full of magazines. There are all different kinds of magazines here. No, apparently not. What's this? There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and there are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Wait, isn't it the bottle from Monokuma? Oh, there's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. It's one of those little bottles of Monokuma. Like, where? I remember seeing... There they are. I remember seeing it when I wasn't here on Celeste's mission thing. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. See? I just never really checked them until I saw the red glass now. And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how they get those figures inside the bottle? Interesting question.
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
Isn't it that they bolt the ship inside the bottle, like with tweezers and stuff? That takes a shit ton of skill. So this is the Monokuma version of that. Monokuma bottle, if you will. Okay. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. And this thing is open. And full of powder? Huh, the locker's open, and there on the inside. It's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? Good question. Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? Yeah, but wouldn't a locker make noise when it opens? Even if you're trying to be sneaky, this one looks like it's made of metal, it would creak or something. And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? And it was already open. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does that handprint mean? Okay. Oh. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that too hard if I were you. Oh, I know. But still, this protein can. Why is it lying on top of the glass? If it was already in the room when everything happened, the glass would have maybe... I don't know. That looks kind of out of place. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the English, please. You know, it wouldn't be an episode with me if I didn't mess up the English language at least once. You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Yeah, see? Why does that matter? It means that this was placed after.
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. It was placed after, it wasn't there before, and even if it if it was there before, wouldn't we have stepped on it, tripped on it or anything, because it's like right in front of the door. Yeah. I don't know, that's just my mind working on it. Is that everything? Let's talk to people, see what they want to say. What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I'd better go before it crushes my soul completely. Wow.
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight. I don't know, after this whole thing with Monokuma, it's kinda like her spirit was a bit broken.
It's true.
Sure, she was fired up to take on the mastermind, but it was like she just accepted everything else without defending herself. And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wondered, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Let's talk to her.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
I won't forgive
This is
you.
the second time you've assumed someone to be a killer, and you were completely wrong the first time. You know what they say about assume, right? Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro, it had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. Oh, so that's why you kept mentioning the three of them. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Yeah. Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this would never have happened. Sakura is was a very determined person. She would have still done it regardless. You know. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Okay, but the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same place and time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Okay. Let's start with Byakuya, since he's the closest. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? Wow! So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya said he didn't see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Yep. My desk is a little squeaky, sorry for that. Is anyone else in here? No, it's just the three of them. Let's talk to her again.
Hey.
What did she has to say? No, it's still the same.
Certainly.
Okay. So, I think... Oh, fuck, sorry. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that, I kinda clicked a little too fast. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened of course when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Let's check out the chair, since I didn't really do anything about that one. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence or any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. The chair, sorry. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Strange.
Listen.
Okay. Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then.
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Alright. This door is the only way in and out of the rec room. Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Thank you. Can we leave? Thank you. Leave the area? Yes, please. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Oh, I don't have to travel there myself. Okay, that's cool. Ah, there's the run button. Let's just see if anyone's hanging around in here. Nope, okay. So, Kyoko, Makoto, Mondo, Byakuya, Sayaka, Junko, Toko. There we go. I press the doorbell. Ding dong. And after a few seconds... Oh, she's back to normal.
Who's there?
Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall. Wow, okay.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said 2, didn't I? Yep, you just gave yourself away. I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go to see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but... Can I really believe her? What about Genocide Jack? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. That, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Okay. I kind of wonder though, because of dissociative... God, I can't even say that word properly. Her whole split personality system? What about Genocide Jack? Okay, let's go talk to Hiro. It's easy to find his room though, you just look for the picture with the most hair on it. There we go. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah! Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be...
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? What? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well... When she asked me to meet with him... God damn it. When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. Hiro, this isn't looking good.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong!
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually...
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
Don't look at me!
I haven't seen her since. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro is feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on!
Ah, sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Oh my goodness, you are in some trouble, boy.
What?
Oops. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again, and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on!
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw away. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked me to meet with me. I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. You being a mite suspicious there, Hero. Before waiting for a reply, Hero quickly slipped back into his room. Hero said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. It's the same wrapper as the one that Sakura had. Okay, so I've heard from Toka and Hero. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Chem lab, I think. I think it's on the 3rd floor. No, rec room, repository, art room. Class B, Class A. Physics lab. I think it was in here. I can't remember. This place is such a maze sometimes. No, it wasn't here. No, it wasn't here. God damn it. Yeah, it's not here. It's on the 4th floor. God damn it. There we go, chem lab. Holy crap, it looks like a crime scene in here. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Okay. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Ooh. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? C4. Ooh. Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. And this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right. It could only have happened around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Okay. Check out the powder itself. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Okay, let's check out the footprints. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. Asshat. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. Wow. For me?
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had the business at the leftmost shelf. The one with all the protein stuff and health stuff, isn't it? They came in, went straight to that shelf and did whatever they had to do and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto, are they
possible.
yours? Oh.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. Wow. But with how clear these footprints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they belong to. And these footprints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled KMC4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on that positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have to have been spilled right around the time of the incident, but if you check where the bottle fell from and how the powder scattered, that's all I can tell for now. Also, if you kind of check the position of the bottle, how the powder scattered. So let's start. On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this the part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf is, it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring out a chemical reaction. Okay. Have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
Well, not all schools had a science program. I mean, mine didn't. So this is kind of new for me. So probably only science stuff I really know is from what I learned by myself or figured out. Not that that's much, but okay. What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Okay. Let's see, what's on this shelf? Oh boy, there's a chemical there that shouldn't be there. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink found in Rec Room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Yeah, I think that might be an interesting idea. Ow, my ears. That was loud. Okay. Let's go. What? Ah, scrack. Yes, I want to leave. Nope, wrong button. Me and wrong buttons in this game are just a constant by now. There we go. I like that I can fast travel and I don't need to like take the long route around with stuff. Oh, rec room is this way. There we go.
Hey.
So, Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toka and Hiro told me.
I see.
So, along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 2 things have revealed new clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time. So let's start with the magazine shelf, and then the Monokuma bottles, and then Sakura's body. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. What the hell is that? Okay. Huh, this magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... okay. On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in blood. Bold, bloody letters. And it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that? That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, she's gonna get pissed again. And she's the killer, right? Toko isn't the killer for one reason: she's very squeamish about blood. And that counts against her. And it won't be Genocide Jack, because Genocide Jack only kills guys. Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive
It's
you.
settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Okay, let's check out the bottles. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you'll be sure to find it. Chess pieces. Correlation. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so,
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. She's got a good point. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. All of them have chess pieces inside of them.
hey,
Actually, there's one thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya's not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? Bottles. The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done. Wonder what she's up to. First, let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles. Okay, it's
in
balanced.
other words,
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? It should be the same. Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay then, let's give it a try. It's heavier. Like a lot heavier. Broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible? Isn't this bottle the same color as the chem bottles?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The result of our experimentation and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together.
hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. I think those bottles and the chem bottles are basically the same color. Might have got mixed up. Okay, Sakura's body. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. Unemotional. It's a kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes?
correct.
Oh. You see that yellow powder on your instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. It's the same powder on the floor from in there.
Hey,
Okay. Next is a wound to her head. Look
it's
carefully.
true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. What? 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
That's really weird. So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
You little asshead.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Okay, so I'm gonna stop off here, because the next episode is gonna be the class trial. I'm gonna cut it up like I usually do. Investigation, class trial, everyday life. But this is a bit of a head scratcher. I'm not sure what is going on here, but I feel like this... I don't know. Byakuya is an asshole, but I don't think he would kill someone intentionally. He just likes to mess with evidence. Toko, she's afraid of blood, and Genocide Jack doesn't kill girls. Genocide Jack just kills guys. Hiro, he's a bit of a dumbass, so he's a little bit of a wild card, but I don't think he would ever go through with killing someone outright. Kyoko, I feel like she's got her own agenda that's going on, but not to the point where she will murder another person to get it done. She'll find a different way. Hina, I don't know, not Sakura, so we can cut that out. Makoto just won't do it because, well, he's the protagonist. I mean, why would he do that? Guys, we'll figure this one out when we get back with the next episode. So thank you for watching, and remember, subscribe, notification bell, you know the drill by now. Also, the Discord and Twitter link down below. Anyone is welcome to Discord. There's nothing special or whatever. If you want to find me, you can find me on there. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later.